But right now, we have got Lala Vazquez on the phone. Lala, how are you this morning?
Good morning. Good morning. How are you?
I'm fantastic. Where are you at this morning? I always like to know what people are up to. Where are you hanging out?
I'm in Los Angeles right now, so it's really early here, but I definitely wanted to wake up and, give you a call.
Well, thank you very much. We always like when people take time out for people like us. Makes me feel important, like I matter. So where's home base for you now? Are you based, I know Carmelo's playing in Denver. Do you spend a lot of time in Denver or L.A., or you mix it up?
In the season, I split my time between L.A. and Denver, and then in the off-season, we both live here in L.A.
Very cool. And you've got, speaking of you and Carmelo, that's what you're talking about. You got a 5-part series that premieres this Sunday on VH1, Lala's Full Court Wedding. Tell us a little bit about the whole show. What are we going to see?
It's my journey before I get married, and you get to see kind of what happens to a person before they're entering, a new chapter in their life, whether it be a wedding, a new job. You get all kind of, anxiety and insecurities. Am I ready to really do this? And then you have these fun moments where, Kelly Rowland and Kim Kardashian throw me a bachelorette party, or I go to Ludacris, who's been one of my best friends since I was in high school, and ask him for advice on why do guys do the things, that they seem to do sometimes. So you have all these kind of fun moments of my family and friends going through this journey with me before the 5th episode, which is actually considered the wedding finale.
The wedding. I like how you're kind of making it sound like it's just like an everyday journey of somebody's wedding. Your wedding, Lala, a little bit different than the average wedding. Like you said, Kim Kardashian, the whole Kardashian clan pretty much. You got Lamar Odom, LeBron James, Justin Timberlake, Ludacris. It's Serena Williams. This is kind of I'm guessing probably a larger than most wedding that you're putting together here.
I would say it is, but anyone who was there at our wedding, you can spew off a bunch of celebrity names, but all these people, mean something to myself or Mello. We've had friendships with these people for years. It's not like, hey, we want celebrities at our wedding. Who can we invite? Anyone you named, there's a strong and long relationship, behind it.
You're just cool, though. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm sure they all are your friends. You just have much cooler friends than I do. Isn't it awesome that you have, what cool names? Now when I hear you say Mello, it's like, you're Lala and Mello. What a cool, you don't even need to make up pet names for each other. You're set.
No, we are set, but it's funny because even with his name being Mello, I still shorten that. I just call him Mel, so that still wasn't even good enough. Now I'm down to just Mel.
That's awesome. What's new in life for you, aside from the Lala's Full Court Wedding, which premieres Sunday on VH1? What else do you have going on? What are you working on?
I actually have a movie coming out in about 2 months with Val Kilmer and 50 Cent. So that's called The Gun. I'm excited for that. I'm producing a lot now. I'm producing my reality show. I'm producing a movie with Brett Ratner. And, I've bbeen auditioning a lot because I really, really want to break into this acting world. That's what I really want to do, and make a strong stamp there. So I spend a lot of my time in acting class and going on auditions because really that's where I see myself, going next.
That's cool. I think that's such a lot of people are doing it, like 50. A lot of people you probably work with, have made a transition from television or music or something else and want to get into the acting thing. What do you think the appeal there is? Do you think that it's just because it's something new, or do you think acting is like the pinnacle of all the entertainment business, or why do you think so many people try to transition over into acting?
I do think it's to me, the pinnacle. It allows you to express yourself and just do things that in your quote-unquote real life, you wouldn't be able to do, which is what's always been the appeal to me. But, if you're going to do it, you got to take this stuff seriously. You got to go to classes. You hear a lot of people talk about disrespecting the craft. You don't just want to go in there and go, hey, I'm Lala. I had a TV show. I was on MTV, so I need this and that. You got to really work at it, and I love it because it's a challenge, and I'm always up for whatever the next challenge in my life is going to be.
Yeah, that's awesome. What's it like working with 50? Is he one of those guys who's putting his time, or is he a guy that's walking in saying, I'm 50 Cent, put me in your movie?
Oh, my God, 100% puts in his time. 50 is so dedicated to the craft. I don't know if you even saw that movie where he had lost all that weight for him.
Yeah.
He takes it so seriously, and just working with him, he is another, really, really close friend of mine. Just inspired me to work harder, and he actually soon will be working on another movie that I'm going to be a part of. So, if you do a good job, he's going to make sure he continues to look out for you.
Yeah, well, it's so have you ever gotten in trouble for anything that you've said on Twitter or anything, or are you safe?
I've pretty safe. You know, every once in a while something will come out and you're like, okay, maybe that was misinterpreted or it reads different than, you know, how I said it.
Yeah.
You know, you get that, but I try to, you know, not watch what I say, but just make sure I might read it a couple times before I just send it through.
Yeah, because I was just wondering, because I mean, a lot of the people that we're talking about 50, he's in some hot water for some Twitter stuff about some homophobic comments, and then I remember you were in the tweet Kim Kardashian did, you know, a while ago where she said something about where you know, big pimping or something at the basketball game. Something so innocent, and then she got in that little war with Demi Moore about the word pimp, and it's like, seems like everybody around you is getting in trouble on Twitter, so I wanted to know if you'd had that experience or if you're kind of staying clean. I'm
staying clean. You know, I look out for all that stuff. That Kim thing was so innocent. I mean,
I know.
Was portion, and 50 is 50. You know, he that's who he is, and you either hate it or you love it. You know, you just know that's who he is, and me knowing him as a person, he is a great person, and I think, you know, people just see what he says and they take it for face value, where a lot of times, you know, you can't always do that.
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes there's more to the story here. I'm more of a Twitter, movie, TV guy, so it's like I know all that stuff, but my producer is more into the sports side, the Carmelo stuff, and he wants to know, there's rumors of Carmelo going all over the place, New York, Philly, Chicago, somewhere at the end of the season. Any news on where you guys might be moving next season? Or after the next season?
I'm going through it like everybody else. I get asked that question a lot, and I think people, you know, do believe we have some inside information. But to be quite honest, in basketball, there really is no inside information. We're hearing things just the way everybody else is, kind of all the rumors. Every day I wake up like, oh, I guess I'm moving here today, and I'm moving here tomorrow. You know, it's just the funniest thing. So we're just going through it and, you know, really trying to figure out what the next move is.
Excellent. Very cool. Babies anytime soon for you guys?
Well, we have a son who's 3.5. He's actually laying here next to me. He heard me on the phone and woke up. And that age 3, if you know anything about kids, that is more than enough for me to handle. So right now, this one next to me right here is more than I can handle.
Perfect. So we won't see any babies anytime soon. Good to know.
Not anytime soon.
Want to clear everything up. Lala, thank you so much for joining us. And everybody, if they want to see the experience of you and your friends and the whole process, and I mean, I'm sure planning a wedding like that is crazy, and they can see it all in Lala's full court wedding Sunday 8:30 here on VH1 is the premiere episode, so just keep an eye out for it. It's on VH1. Lala, always nice to talk to you, and hopefully we'll talk to you again in the future. Thanks for joining us.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me, and you have a great morning.
You too. Bye-bye, Lala.
Bye.
The Big J Show. Weekday mornings from 6 till 10 on Billings' #1 hit music station, Hot 101.9.